Hey guys, this is Linda Berry from Linda Berry Photography, if you don't already know who I am. Today I'm just doing a video blog post to explain what lenses I have in my camera bag and what parts of the day I use them for during weddings. So the first lens I'm going to talk about is my 35mm lens. This is a fairly new lens for me. I got it 2 years ago. I bought it on a whim before I went to Italy. I wanted to make sure I had a lens that would be wide enough to get really good architecture shots as well as beautiful landscapes. So this works really great on the wedding day. During the wedding day, I use it primarily for family portraits and bridal party portraits. This is a great lens to get a wide enough shot that everyone is in, and you can still get some of the background, and it doesn't distort anything too much. This is 35 2.0, and it works great. I really enjoy this lens. So again, this is used mostly for my big, wide bridal party shots that I need to use this for. The next lens is my 50mm lens. This was the first lens I bought once I went to a full frame camera, and I love this lens. I use this lens all the time. I've had it for, I think, 4 years now, and it's great. It's called the Nifty 50 for a reason. You can use this for anything. You could shoot an entire wedding on a 50mm lens if you needed to. I use this a lot personally during the bride and groom portraits, and I use it for detail shots. The detail shots, I use it in conjunction with my Vivitar extension tubes. So it comes with 3 different extensions, 20, 36, and 12mm. I use the 20mm primarily with my lens. And you attach it to your camera, and you can use it for detail shots, for like your ring shots, imitations, any special details on the dress. These work really great for. The 50mm is also really good for reception and getting ready portraits, depending on kind of space you're in. Getting ready portraits, if you're in a really tight space, might not work as well, but this is great because it allows a lot of light in and it's really sharp and it works fantastic. So I really love my 50mm lens. The next lens is a big one. It is an 8200. I decided not to go with the traditional 7200 because it was outside of my budget and outside of how much I would be using it. It didn't seem worth it to me. I only use this lens during ceremonies, and I'm at the point now where I only use this during ceremonies that are well lit, so outside ceremonies. If it's an indoor ceremony, I will probably rent a 105mm lens because I can get better light quality instead of using this one. But this is great for ceremonies if you are outdoors. Even indoors, you can swing it as long as there's good light. This is really great because it allows me to be in the back of the room instead of up in everyone's face and in the way. So it allows me to get super close without bringing a lot of attention to myself as a photographer. Another lens is the 24-70. This one is really cool. I shoot primarily with prime lenses, so they don't zoom, but this zoom lens I actually enjoy quite a bit because I can get really wide shots and really close shots at the same time. I like using this a lot during receptions because you can get the wide shot of everyone partying, and then you can zoom in really quickly on whatever action is happening. So this works really great for that purpose. I also enjoy this lens quite a bit for bride and groom portraits if I want to get a lot of negative space or wide spaces in the foreground. So this is really cool for that. So I enjoy this one too. The last lens that I have that I don't have with me is my 85mm lens. My husband is currently climbing today and he is taking it with him, I'm assuming, because I can't find it. But the 85mm lens I didn't like at first. I hated it. I thought it was poor quality, didn't come out very well. My photos always seemed really like washed out and not super sharp. And then I realized I had a filter on it. I took the filter off and that lens became one of my favorites. I love it. It's really great for ceremonies as well because you can still get pretty close without being in front of everybody. And it's also really good for bride and groom portraits because you can get some really beautiful high quality photographs once you figure out the sweet spot for that lens. But yeah, so those are the lenses that I bring with me to every single wedding day, and I use pretty much all of them at least once on a wedding day. And they all serve their own purpose and their own function. So, thank you for listening, and hopefully I didn't ramble too much, and I hope you got something out of this. Thanks, have a good day.